love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
These boots have seen everything.
My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. Jenna! And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10-day, though. Guards blow like petards. They don't help us. Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
You have everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
For hire. Catchy, right?
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name. But not enough to organize.
Stay back! The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the Guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live. I think you're overestimating your abilities somewhat. But I haven't got time for this. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
I have something to ask.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
Something over there. Here we go.
Action, not reaction. Stay silent.
A simple
we're all
task.
causing trouble.
No one's stopped me yet. Be wary. This place is trapped. Be wary. This place is trapped. Time to press ahead.
Keeping low.
cautious.
Best avoid that trap. Looks like a trap there.
A sizable specimen. I'd have enjoyed slaying it, if not stuffing it.
A young cave bear.
Best avoid that trap.
Killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
I can be subtle sometimes.
Patience wanes. A small hurdle. Game. Time to check in on those so-called donations.
Best be on my way.
With every breath, a purpose. Not one false move.
Watch how you go. There's a trap. Let's move.
Decent folk about.
Might be useful.
Blackets will be done.
We'll get through this.
This'll do. What lies within?
At least here we stand a chance.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it. Don't waste a step.
I just told you.
Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire. Catchy, right?
Shit. It's up there and
Mate,
we're down here.
there is so much wrong with that name.
We need to walk just a little more.
That's just a man in a costume. It's not real.
But costumes don't drool, Dad.
Sorry, you have red caps working in your circus?
I should speak up.
What's the plan?
Oh, yes.
Stinks of cheese between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is. Well, when we zapped in, we didn't know there were religious zealots marching on the city. Slight inconvenience, that, but they're no threat to us. The Absolute's little murderers wouldn't dare. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No like.
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. I hope you're good. The Redcaps got a little too excited when the last one nicked himself. Ooh. Welcome to the circus. A motley crew of misfits and morons. We're happy to have you.
As if I didn't have problems enough already.
The city's rumor mill is going mad. Thieves, murderers, monsters. All hell's breaking loose.
Goodness me, that's terrible.
You're joking. This is threatened. The Steel Watch will put a stop to them.
Those machines will form a circle around the upper city as soon as the fighting starts. Mark my words. We'll be on our own.
Citizens only.
The priests will open the temple up again. You will see. They're good people. Holy people. We lost. We did. We would never hurt him. He hasn't.
Still means death. Crime of passion or deeper conspiracy.
It's run or sit on my ass praying. And the gods don't give a damn about us.
Let's see what this does.
Hi! Welcome to the Rivington General. Browse carefully. The weapons are sharp. Hi! Want a blade? Or a bow? Or a dagger? Or maybe a spear is more your thing? You look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say? Huh? One of those stoic types, are you? Well, I'm sure Gildra's got something cooked up that even you can use. Want more? Want less? Want to sell? Want to buy? You know where I am. Bye!
You want to let those thugs get away with this?
Those thugs works for the guild. They can get away with whatever they like.
That can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
Helps me feed a friend.
She was a better person than both of us.
Dad,
How many
what's
red
that
caps
monster?
That's just a man in a costume. It's not real.
Less than a
But costumes don't
How
drool,
many
Dad.
red caps are in a handful?
Approach, ugly one. Yes, behold, Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin to win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Akabi has traveled across the plains, burning and conquering all. Win the spoils of such conquest. Or, if luck smiles upon you, win the grand prize, the jackpot. No more questions. Spin or don't. Let us see if you have luck's favor. Alas, no jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this. You are welcome, putrid one. Return again to try anew.
Silver Tongue, at your service. Or I will be, once my set is done.
This city of stone and steel is an endless scream in nature's womb. I have felt no peace here. Until now, your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love. Are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
It can't hurt, I suppose. Unless you embarrass me. Then you might find yourself hurting in a whole manner of ways.
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe. I see you. I see the bond between you. So tender, so fragile. But do you see it for yourselves? Shadowheart, an endless storm surges behind sharp eyes. Listen, think. From where does Shadowheart draw comfort on a cold, dark night?
Well put. Though I'll forgive a middling wine so long as the company makes up the difference.
Hear how your bond thrums with pleasure. Strong, vital, pulsing with affection. The heart craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired maiden's respect?
Not completely off the mark, but there's easier paths into my good graces.
There is hollowness between you, something brittle and strained. We must dig deeper, grasp the pain hiding within. Shame sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Shadowheart, what is her deepest shame?
I didn't think a little game would sting so much when I agreed to this. But you're right.
You didn't do abysmally, I suppose. That's worth something.
Your bond is false, and I know why. Because your heart belongs to another. Close your eyes, and she will show herself to you.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's throne. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. Oh, your bond will not save you. He will wrap its cord around your neck and make you swing from it. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So, Orin's the shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Ooh, don't get too close, or Crimson here might decide you look tasty.
Twice already, Peanut.
Yeah, and I want to see Dribbles again.
The beast ignores you, her eyes locked on the crowd. You see a tidal wave of hate and violence in her eyes. Before she turns away, she will attack and kill at the first opportunity. While the cage is sturdy, the lock is old. It could be jammed shut, so not even a key could open it.
Another. Good. My time comes. I will show you. All of you. Look. See. The crowd. They laugh. They shine with innocence. But it is a lie. Every one of you is vicious, cruel. You kill my mate, steal my cubs. I roar, break my cage, and then you die. You all die!
hunger. My stomach screams. Press your flesh through bars. And add blood meat. Meat.
If Crimson bites them little fingies off, don't come crying to me.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
Can we not find a more pleasant amusement? Gouging out our own eyeballs, perhaps?
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight? He got the stuffing kicked out of him. Way! Oh, you're all such good friends. I've had a wonderful time, but I have to go. Oh, well, if you insist. How about a magic trick? But first, I need a volunteer with nerves of steel and the heart of a lion. Who will it be? Who?
The hair on the back of your neck raises as a shiver passes through you.
You, my special assistant. Come on up. A round of applause for the stalwart heart!
A proper circus would provide some fruit to throw.
Now, I always tell children that they're special, that each and every one of them is unique. Tell me, what makes you special? Boring! Boring! Anyone can do that. You, my friend, are the most special person in the circus, in all of Baldur's Gate. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend, because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute.
You sense something behind you. Instinct takes over.
So eager to bleed. Very well. Praise the Absolute. Here comes the punchline. Is this part of the show?
Down with you.
this same old song.
Knew I'd die at a circus.
Take your
Never a dull moment.
Victory awaits.
This is the easy part. Nature will not even notice you are gone.
Rebels! No!
A doppelganger. At least we didn't kill a real clown in front of an audience.
No one back home will ever believe this.
You fight good. Doppelganger, not so good.
Breathe deep and move.
Oh, how could Madame Lucretius let this happen? And what are you doing here? Ad!
I have no idea what in the hell's happened back there, but I know me and my kid are standing because of you. Thank you.
exotic of plains.
What's up for discussion?
You realize she is miming putting on face paints. She has them to sell.
I heard what you did about Dribbles. He was a good egg. Thank you for making sure no one else got hurt.